With this step-by-step guide, immerse yourself in the history of this classified monument historique and its components. Welcome to the main entrance of the Abbey Church. As you stand before it, take a moment to admire the sheer magnitude and grandeur of this monument. The two pillars flanking the entrance serve as buttresses, characteristic of Romanesque architecture. Pause in front of the entrance door for a moment. It faces the east side of the church, making this Abbey Church an unusually oriented religious building. In the past, accessing the church was no simple task for parishioners. They had to enter through the gate of the former seminary, which has since been removed, then navigate through the cemetery or circumvent the seminary entirely. As a result, the entrance door was relocated with site in 1850. Take a closer look at the door. Its broken arch, pointing at the top, is typical of Gothic architecture. Since Gothic art is more recent than Romanesque art, the door is not original. In the 19th century, Gothic art was favoured during renovations of religious buildings because it was considered more modern and elitist at the time. Now step inside and proceed towards the wall on your left. Situated on the south side of the nave, this ancient wall dates back to the late 11th or early 12th century. Once concealed by wooden balustrades, it has been magnificently preserved, as you can see today. Now retrace your steps and proceed towards the recumbent statues on your left.
Confunda
You're now facing the tomb of Robert de Coëtlogon. This priest played a significant role in the history of the Abbey Church, as he was the first commendatory abbot of Saint Méen. In other words, an abbot designated by the king or the pope who received a large portion of the abbey's profits. On the ground, admire the numerous plaques of religious dignitaries which testify to the faithful's desire to be buried within or as close as possible to the Abbey Church. Now proceed towards the Chapel of the Virgin, North Chapel. Observe the altarpieces on either side of this choir. These groundworks typically feature a central painting, painted shutters on the sides, and statues. The altarpiece with Christ in the middle is incomplete. Originally, a painting occupied the space where Christ is now. On the south side of this area, you will find the tomb of Saint Méen. It is recognizable by the crozier depicted on the tombstone. Saint Méen, also known as Méen, founded the monastery of Saint Jean de Gaël a few years before the year 600. However, the monastery was destroyed by the Normans and later rebuilt on this site, which then took the name of Saint Méen le Grand.
Je suis la résurrection et la vie. Qui croit en moi, même s'il meurt, vivra.
Now proceed towards the choir. The choir of the Abbey Church is unique. Stand in the center and take a moment to observe it. It's not aligned with the axis of the nave. Look up and notice the intersecting arches above it.
No.
Now proceed to St. Anne's Chapel on your left. Did you know? The two monumental works on each side of the choir are secondary altarpieces. Typically, the main altar or central altar includes side bays and may sometimes be supplemented by side altars that are smaller in width. Regarding deterioration, it primarily affected sculpted or painted altarpieces from the 15th and 16th centuries, rather than those from the 17th century, as is the case here. Look up at the upper part of the stained glass window. You will notice a patch of colour adorned with a coat of arms. This coat of arms, featuring azure and gold, belongs to Pierre Mauclair. Observe the details in the upper left. The Breton ermines are prominently displayed. These details reflect his story. Upon his marriage to Alix de Thouars in 1213, he became Duke of Brittany and incorporated the ermine into his coat of arms.
Oikera
The door on your left leads to the Chapel of Paradise, your next discovery. Take a seat and immerse yourself in the magnificent wall frescoes that depict the life of Saint Méen. The interpretation of these frescoes begins from St. Anne's Chapel and extends to the stained glass window. On the second arcade, you will encounter Saint Méen, depicted with his pilgrim staff and stole, as he miraculously brings forth a source of water for the needs of his abbey.
Alleluia.
Do you know the difference between a fresco and a mural? A fresco is painted on freshly applied plaster, while a mural is painted on dry plaster.
Bénissez Dieu, chantez sa gloire. Bénissez Dieu, chantez sa gloire. Célébrez son saint nom sur terre et dans les cieux. Bénissez Dieu, chantez sa gloire. Célébrez son saint nom sur terre et dans les cieux. Bénissez Dieu, chantez sa gloire. Bénissez Dieu.
Leave the Abbey Church, walk through the cemetery, and observe the bell tower located to the west of the building. Upon exiting to the west of the cemetery, you will come across the bell tower. The bell tower once connected the original church destroyed in the 18th century with the new church you have just visited. Notice the demarcation between the two buildings beneath the bell tower. The recess under the pointed arch highlights the location of the former entrance to the Abbey Church.
N'annoncez plus la guerre, annoncez son amour. N'annoncez plus la guerre, annoncez son amour. Battez tambour, sonnez trompette.